Hey guys, how's it going? What if Piccolo and Tien decided to fight? Who would win? Now, the way I see it, this would depend on when they fight. Although, I suppose you could say Tien would have a better chance during the Saiyan saga. Like, for instance, I remember reading somewhere where during the Saiyan saga, basically all the human Z warriors and Piccolo had around the same power. Like the only one that was significantly above, well, the only Z warrior who was significantly above everybody else was Goku, and that's only because he trained with King Kai, and because he had Kaioken and such. But if you actually look at like Tien's power level during the Saiyan Saga, it's only a few hundred less than Piccolo's. Well, when Piccolo's at full power. So even if Piccolo would win, Tien would, I think, do like decently against him because Tien's a pretty smart fighter too. I mean, Piccolo's a smarter fighter, but still. But I suppose in order to make this more fair, suppose they were even, who would win? Well, the way I see it, even if they were even, I think they do pretty well against each other, just like Goku and Piccolo did fairly well against each other when they fought. But in the end, you know, I would say that Piccolo would still win, because Piccolo is considered to be the smartest fighter and, I guess, smartest Z warrior. Because if you think about it, Piccolo has a lot of not only battle sense, but he has a lot of common sense too. And I feel that unlike Vegeta, like a lot of people say that Vegeta's the master tactician. Well, that's true, but notice how with Vegeta he lets his pride and his anger get in the way a lot. Piccolo, I notice, I mean, he's short-tempered too, but I mean, if you notice, Piccolo's a bit different in that he knows how to control himself a bit better, at least when it comes to him being able to think clearly. Whereas I feel like Vegeta is too wrapped up with pride and sometimes anger to really utilize his tactical skills to the fullest, at least when he joins the Z Warriors. He seems to be able to do this pretty well when he's, you know, by himself on Namek. Now, the way I see it, if these two fought, you know, there's a few techniques that I'd like to see them perform on each other. Like, for example, Tien would perform like Solar Flare and see if Piccolo would fall for that. I suppose the right situation could come up though, and you know, Tien also knows techniques like Dodon Ray and Tri-Beam. Now I know he knows Dodon Ray and Dragon Ball, but I'm not sure when he learns Tri-Beam. So, you know, that'd be interesting to find, you know, Tien using that against Piccolo. Although, I'm worried that if he were to use Dodon Ray, that might kill him if it hits, because if I remember correctly, they used it in Dragon Ball and it can go through people, sort of like how Piccolo's special beam cannon can go through people. Just like it went straight through Raditz and Goku when he first used it. And of course Piccolo's techniques would be Special Beam Cannon, which he came up with in between Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Let's see, Destructive Wave and Masenko. I think both those techniques he came up with in Dragon Ball actually. And the techniques he came up with later on during, I think, the Android arc or something. The Light Grenade and Hell Zone Grenade, or no, Scatter Shot. Sorry, you know that technique that he used against Android 17, like where he shoots all those blasts around 17, and then he has them go toward the middle. And at least I get the impression that if 17 didn't have that force field up, then 17 would have gotten killed. But unfortunately, for Piccolo at least, he used the force field to block it. You know, it kind of reminds me of the I know it's not canon, but the fight that Future Trunks had against Tien, and it actually seemed like they were doing fairly well against each other. I mean, sure, uh, Trunks wasn't using Super Saiyan most of the time, though. At the at the end of the fight, he did use Super Saiyan and knocked Tien out with like one punch or something. It's been a while since I've seen the BoJack movie, so like I don't remember the exact details, but I remember that those two fought. I mean, again, I know it's not canon, but that's kind of interesting. So yeah, I feel that if these two were to fight, that they could both do well against each other, but in the end, I feel that Piccolo would win. Mostly because he's the better tactician, and if nothing else, he at least has more variety in his attacks. Either that, or we haven't seen all of what Tien is capable of. But I think that if they were both even, Tien could conceivably win, because Tien's also pretty smart too. Not as smart as Piccolo, but I would say he's at least smart enough to get the jump on Piccolo if he were lucky. And it looks like these two fights are about to end. So yeah, like let me know how you feel about this battle, and talk to you guys later.